It's almost showtime. We are 4 weeks out from the Arnold Classic Ohio. Let's take a look at the physique updates of Samson, Dauda, James Hollingshead, and Antoine Valliant. Samson Dauda has seriously pulled up his socks in this prep. This level of conditioning has never been seen from him before, especially this far out from the show. At 4 weeks out, he's displaying the level of conditioning that we would normally expect to see from him on stage. With this level of conditioning, he has significantly increased his chances of defending his Arnold Classic title. He is already ahead of everyone in that lineup as far as size, structure, and symmetry is concerned. With this new level of conditioning, he might be unbeatable in 4 weeks. It is just insane to think that this is not his final form. He still has 4 more weeks to make improvements. That is just insane considering the fact that Samson Dauda has been making remarkable progress every single week. With this new detail on his glutes, he is going to be even more dominant on this side chest pose. In the dehydrates, the separations on his side legs will be even more prominent. When he said he was not that worried about not being able to train his hamstrings for 3 weeks, since his hamstrings are one of his strong muscle groups, he was not bluffing at all. His hamstrings became a topic of conversation over the weekend because they look incredible. You can't even tell that he sustained an injury and he wasn't able to train them for 3 weeks. Every single pose got better as his conditioning improved. The weight he lacks on his back definitely makes up for it with those calves. I don't think I've seen so much detail on the back of his legs, even on stage. While his real spread can use some width, the roundness, the 3D look of his back cannot be matched. As Samson Dauda keeps improving his conditioning, it is going to be very difficult to bet against him. So far he has improved every single thing that judges have told him to improve. If all this progress translates on stage, he doesn't sweat and he doesn't fade, I don't see anyone beating him. His side triceps pose is my least favorite pose. I believe his 2022 version was even better. His midsection was tighter and he had a better control of it. He needs to do something with his midsection on this pose. It's either he controls his midsection or he does a different variation of the side triceps. Even in this transition, he looks relaxed and full. He normally does a good job controlling his midsection. If he lets it go like that on stage, it might cost him. He's probably tired because this video was shot after a training session. It is unlike him to lose control of his midsection. I hope after multiple rounds of posing on stage, this will not happen. He can't afford to lose control standing next to Hardy Chopin and Rafael Brandao because those guys have insane control of their midsections. He has 4 weeks to keep that midsection in check, especially during the transitions. When he's holding the poses, it looks very impressive. The deep separations and the striations on his quads looks insane. In this update, his conditioning just blew my mind. Moving on to Samson Dauda's fellow countryman and teammate, James Hollingshead. Under the guidance of Milo Sashev, James Hollingshead looks very impressive, especially conditioning wise. This has to be the best James we've ever seen. The separations on his side leg just look incredible. His side tricep pose looks very impressive. He has round yet striated shoulders, an impressive horseshoe, tight midsection, and incredible separations on his side leg. Antoine Valliant leveled up. He's showcasing an incredible conditioning. You show up off in this show or miss your pick, you're probably gonna finish last. I don't know if it's the presence of Hardy Chopin in the competitor list, but everyone has picked up their conditioning game. Antoine Valliant is no exception. He looks incredible with his improved conditioning. With his added size, he will definitely have an impact in this lineup.